there is nothing better than a good cup of loose leaf jasmine tea. I'm pretty sure it's my all-time favorite. I think if I had to choose one flavor of tea to drink exclusively for the rest of my life, I would go for green jasmine because I love it. This is one with rose petals as well. It's so good. Anyways, welcome back here. It's a craft vlog. I went to the Dutch knitting fair last weekend and it was so much fun. I went with my friend. It's becoming a bit of a tradition for us to go there every year, do a little bit of shopping. All the stands are small business owners, most of them women. Love going there, supporting all of them. They make absolutely beautiful stuff, lots of hand-dyed yarns. But as you may know, indie hand-dyed yarns are pretty expensive. So I was good this year. And actually only ended up buying one skein. So let me show you, let me do a little haul here. So the Mindful Creators. We spotted this stand last year because they had, in our opinion, the most beautiful colors of hand-dyed yarn. Very modern, kind of muted shades, beautiful range of colors, lots of those dusty greens that I love, dusty pinks. They had a beautiful new Acotar collection out this year, absolutely loved it. But I actually fell for this sock yarn, a merino wool nylon blend, absolutely stunning. In the color Blossom. And one of my goals for this year was actually to learn how to knit socks. And this year is drawing to a close. So if I want to learn how to knit socks, I'm gonna have to hurry up. I just want to go in with this because it's so gorgeous. Like, this is my color pink. Very excited to get started on that. Haven't picked out a pattern yet. I want to do something that's a little bit interesting. So maybe cable. I don't think I'm ready to do color work just yet. But yeah, maybe something fun with a bit of texture would be nice. Sock yarn. And to go along with that, since I've never knitted socks before, they were selling these beautiful sock molds that you use for blocking socks. So when you finish knitting your sock, you wash it, or after every wash basically, you slip it onto this and then it dries in a nice stretched out shape. So also got this one from the Mindful Creators. It's detachable with a little magnet for easy storage. So that's lovely, love the color. Comes with the little hooks as well, so that I can easily hang them to dry, and I'm just really excited to try this out. And then I bought something that has nothing to do with knitting, but we passed by this stand that was just so beautiful. They had this foraged branch hanging from the stand, and then from that branch they hung some beautiful, beautiful lamps. And each of these lamps, they were like lampshades in the shape of flowers, made of felt with little beads, and it was just absolutely stunning. The most fairy-like little display. And I was like, yes, you are coming home with me. So I picked out a flower lampshade, and what they were selling were the DIY sets. So you make your own, which is super fun. So I chose a Scottish bluebell or harebell flower. Isn't this just the most adorable thing ever? The seller is called Atelier Lindelicht. If you want to check them out, they do have a website as well. And they had so many different flowers. And the bag itself comes with all the supplies you need. So you have the 2 colors of felt, and the thread and the beads. And I noticed it even has a little needle. So probably honestly everything you need to make this. And I also got the like base lamp. I guess that you build this lampshade around, and the lady mentioned that you can very easily switch out the lampshades once you have one of these bases. Oh yeah, it is a little glass and then a fitting. So you install your own light bulb, but it looks a little something like this, and then the lampshade goes over that. So I should have everything I need here to make a beautiful little fairy-esque flower lampshade. And we'll have to see whether it ends up in my son's bedroom or in my studio right here. I think either would work great. While we're here, I also wanted to share the progress on my field sweater, which, oh my gosh, this is by far the most challenging thing I have ever knitted. Not that it's a complicated pattern, but just technically it is really challenging. Like these little grains. Okay, so it is gorgeous. Okay, that's the first thing I do want to say. I am very, very proud of myself for making this because I think it's absolutely stunning. But these little grains, they are yarn wrapped around 3 times that you slip twice, so it's really stretched out, and then knit all together. And let me tell you, it gets tight in there, and having to slip 2 needles into those 3 wound stitches that have been stretched out for 2 rounds, it's so hard. And it gets worse because each one of these like stalks, I guess, ends in a larger grain, which is 5 strands of yarn wrapped around the needle, slipped twice, slipped over 2 rounds, and then all knitted together. I was honestly scared that I would break a needle, and I borrowed these from my friend because my 4mm needles are just horrendous. I really need to get myself a good interchangeable needle set. It's going on my Christmas list. So hopefully in the not too distant future I will actually have a good exchangeable circular needle set of my own, but I borrowed these from my friends. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna break one of these and I really don't want to. But luckily I made it through, and I am well and truly in the stockinette forever part of the project now. Let's take another closer look at this because, oh, this pattern, it is stunning. Funnily enough, actually, at the knitting fair, I remembered we were there last year and I was much less experienced with knitting last year. Many of the stands have like example knits that they have made in the past, just as, you know, to decorate the stand with. And I remembered one of them had this beautiful cream colored cardigan with a very intricate, very beautiful, intricate like leaf pattern on the yoke. And it was stunning, and I looked at that and I remember telling my friend, that is so gorgeous. I don't know if I will ever be able, like ever be skilled enough to knit something like that, but that is like my goal project. Then I forgot about it until this year when I saw that very same stand with that very same cardigan. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the field cardigan. And I made it. Like, this is the sweater version. Obviously they had the cardigan and they made it in a lovely like undyed yarn cream, which is a beautiful color. But I didn't recognize until now that I'm very intimately familiar with this pattern, that it is actually the field cardigan. So that made me extra proud. I have already made my dream project. And having seen it again now, I think I might just go back and do the actual like cardigan version of this in that undyed yarn cream. It just drew my eye immediately. I would absolutely love, actually at this point, since I have split the sleeves, to try it on, although I did put the sleeves on stitch holders and now I don't think I can. I might have to put some thread in there instead. Oh, I'm dropping stitches. Let's just very carefully slide those back. So yeah, at this point I have a pretty good idea of what it's gonna look like and I just love it. And I do still think that this is just a very impressive looking knit. So I'm really excited to finish this. It should be pretty quick from here on out, although I do think I actually did this pretty quickly. It should be really quick from here on out because it's just stockinette for the rest of it, with ribbing on the bottom of course. So I will keep you in the loop on how this goes. It's gonna be so pretty. I realized that I'm gonna want to try the sweater on sooner or later anyway, even if just to check for length. So I'm just gonna go ahead and weave some thread through the armholes so that I can try it on right now. Because I forgot to do a gauge swatch, which is very, very silly of me to do with a pattern this complicated that I'm definitely not gonna go back and redo. So It doesn't really matter at this point, it is what it is. But I did find out that I am off gauge, so I am quite interested to see how bad it is and whether this will fit me at all. I meant for it to be pretty oversized, so if anything, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll just come out a bit more tight. It shouldn't be too small, because I accounted for a pretty large kind of ease. But still, I want to know, I want to try it out. So I'm gonna just go ahead and replace my beautiful golden stitch holders here with some thread so that I can try it on and we will know for sure. Just gonna grab some scrap yarn for that. I decided to thread the bottom of it as well, just so we can really give it a try. Let's hope for the best. Okay, I actually don't think I need to worry about this too much. It looks plenty roomy still, and it might still grow a little bit during blocking, but there is plenty of arm space, plenty of space around me. You can see in the back it's still pretty far off from my body. It's not hugging me at all, so I think we're good. I think it's still gonna come out at least a little oversized, and it's really fun to see it on. Just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This pattern. Yeah, I absolutely love it, and I love this color, and I'm glad that it suits me, or at least I think it does. Okay, really excited to keep going. Can't wait to see how this will look once it's finished. Now there is one more really fun thing that I'm excited to share with you. Guess who's back? I finally got my vintage sewing machine serviced. You may have been wondering why I stopped using it. Well, it stopped working. Or at least it kept jamming on the bottom thread. This thing is incredibly heavy. I'm not sure how heavy it is, but I can barely lift it. And since I have a second sewing machine, it was really easy to keep putting off getting this to a repair shop. But then recently my friend let me know that our nearest sewing machine repair shop is going out of business, as they all are, slowly but surely. So it was kind of now or never. So I brought it over, the repairman completely cleaned it, replaced some parts, and now it should be functioning perfectly again. I'm very excited about it. So I thought I would go ahead and give it a spin, actually, now that we're here. I have a very minor repair job that is pretty important though. There's this reusable shopping bag that I always keep in my purse, and it is kind of starting to tear, so I want to go ahead and repair that, and I think that will be a wonderful way to test out my vintage sewing machine. This is the bag. It's from the Efteling. This is not the first time I'm repairing this. It's probably not the last time either. I am determined to keep repairing this until it is beyond repair. Oh, it's been so long since I used this one. I love this machine, but I do have to say the automatic threading function on my brother is quite lovely. But I also must say, this thing glides through heavy fabric like it's nothing. Like, honestly, I should have used this to construct that autumn coat that I've been working on for the past few weeks. I don't remember this lighting up before. How does this... How does this light up? Where do I turn this on and off? Is it supposed to automatically light up, and did I just not change the light bulb for forever? Interesting. I had no idea. Well, there you go. I should have gotten this repaired much sooner. Oh, I love this thing so much. Now that I've gotten a slightly closer look at this bag, I fear that the point beyond repair may not be as far away as I'd hoped, but still, it is not today. For now, it's repaired and I can keep using it. So, I am just so relieved and excited to have this machine back and have it functioning again. And it was good that I had this, and it was necessary. And luckily the man at the repair shop did give us the address for a colleague of his that we can use from here on out. So I will be able to keep, hopefully, getting this beautiful machine serviced. Now, if you haven't been here long enough to have seen this machine before, I used to do all of my sewing on this in the beginning of my sewing journey on my channel here. This is a vintage Loepsie machine from the 1960s. It used to be my grandma's, and it's absolutely stunning and works fantastically. It does, however, only sew in a straight line, so that is why I have the other machine as well to do all of the fancy stitches. But if I just need to go in a straight line, I honestly do prefer this one, so very glad to have it back. Now I need to get this threaded back onto my needles again. But that is where I'm gonna sign off for this week, so thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been lovely having you over here. If you have any favorite sock patterns or any good sock patterns that you think might be good for a first pair, for a maybe adventurous beginner, then do please send them my way. I would love to take a look. And I will, of course, keep you updated on the progress of both my field sweater as well as the socks. Because now that I've come to the stockinette stage of this sweater, I might just add a second project to this. I kind of like having one mindless project to do while watching TV or something, and then a second one that's a bit more engaging. Anyways, I hope you have an absolutely lovely day, and I hope to see you back here again next week.